Welcome to the Closing the Gap podcast from College Success Arizona. Closing the Gap is the monthly newsletter from College Success Arizona, and this is the February 2018 edition. College Success Arizona continues its Student Spotlight series, featuring scholars like 18-year-old Robin Martinez, who's pursuing a law degree which will enable him to fight for the rights of Americans who may be disenfranchised.
I've always enjoyed studying civil rights and the rights of others and the Constitution and the law itself. It's always really fascinated me how there are so many different facets to the law itself, and how, as a civil rights attorney, it will be my job to protect those rights, those individual rights and freedoms of people. And I think that's beautiful. And I've always been fascinated by that. Like I said, the civil rights movement, I've always been in love with the studies of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Medgar Evers and those kind of things, and so it just pushed me to study it and to become a practicing civil rights attorney for a career.
Robin, age 18, was born and raised in Parker, Arizona, and he graduated from Parker High School. Currently, Robin is attending Arizona State University, pursuing a bachelor's degree in justice studies, and has plans to eventually earn his law degree from ASU's prestigious Sandra Day O'Connor College of Law. Meanwhile, Robin is among the hundreds of high-potential students from low-income circumstances who have earned scholarships from College Success Arizona. Beyond the financial support, the scholarships also provide specialized mentoring services through a team of success advisors. Matt Sotelo is Robin's success advisor.
Yeah, Matt's been doing a tremendous job in helping me in my transitions, checking up on me. When we had our mentoring sessions, he really helped me establish my goals and what I wanted to be and what I wanted to become and how to get there and how to successfully be the student I wanted to be and successfully earn the grades that I wanted to. He really pushed me, really encouraged me, and he never said that any of my goals were too crazy. He never told me that any of my goals that I'd set for myself were too far out of reach. He always encouraged me. He always told me not what I needed here, but he always told me the right thing in the right moment, exactly when I needed it.
Meanwhile, the following is a narrated version of a posting included in this month's edition of Closing the Gap entitled Changing the Narrow and Sometimes Elitist Image of Higher Education. It's authored by College Success Arizona President and CEO Rich Nickel. The enduring popular concept of what it means to go to college sends young people the message that they're not college material if they're not interested in or able to attend a four-year college or university. To counter this narrow and sometimes elitist image of higher education, we must build a college-going culture in our communities that is inclusive and that promotes higher education in its many forms as a desirable and attainable goal for all young people. We, as a society, and especially those of us within the education community, must do everything we can to achieve this goal. Too few high school students and families are aware of the many higher education pathways available to them and also the resources in place to support them. We need to do a better job of eliminating and celebrating these options, including earning an associate degree at a community college, attending a technical institution, studying at a trade school, completing job training, and participating in apprenticeships. It is also essential to consider the ways in which the importance of higher education extends beyond individuals and what they value. Getting more Americans to earn some kind of post-secondary credential is an important goal for states across the country. In Arizona, we know that within the next 3 years, nearly 70% of all jobs will require at least some education beyond high school. Unfortunately, there is little to no state funding in Arizona that encourages low-income students to seek higher education opportunities. Arizona should make this type of funding available. It would almost certainly raise awareness of higher education options and facilitate greater access to more young people. The business and education communities have formed a coalition called Achieve 60 AZ to bolster partnerships and catalyze collaborative initiatives to boost the attainment rate and align education with Arizona's economic opportunities. But these efforts are not yet being matched by State House support. For the third year in a row, an Expect More Arizona poll shows that Arizonans consider education to be the number one issue in the state. Clearly, these opportunities are high priorities. As the array of higher education options available to young people seeking to prepare for future careers continues to diversify and expand in Arizona, a trend my organization follows closely and encourages, it is essential to raise awareness and knowledge about the value of higher education in all of its various forms, especially among low-income and first-generation students. Obtaining a degree beyond a high school diploma makes a huge difference in a person's earning potential and lifetime wages. States that don't create an environment that fosters higher education are likely to lose out on economic opportunities. Skilled workers will relocate to find high-paying, in-demand jobs, taking with them their economic power. There's also the social loss associated with not getting students on paths to success, including a heavier strain on local and state resources such as law enforcement, healthcare, and social services. According to the Georgetown University Center on Education and the Workforce, well-paying skilled services jobs for workers with education beyond high school have increased by 4 million since 1991. Whether it's a bachelor's degree, an IT credential, or a technical certification, formal education beyond high school is the key to expanding opportunities for individuals while also strengthening our states and country at the same time. Although there will continue to be job opportunities for people who have foregone higher education, there are significantly more and wider pathways for individuals who have formal training or education beyond high school. Supporting a broad-based college-going culture that champions the diverse pathways to higher education is an investment in the future of our states and of our country. In other news, the Arizona College Access Network's featured member this month is Upward Bound Math Science. Hosted at Northern Arizona University, Upward Bound Math Science is a year-round college prep academic outreach program that has a specific focus on increasing access to post-secondary education for first-generation, low-income high school students. The goal of the program is to help students recognize and develop their skills in math and science and encourage them to pursue post-secondary degrees in math and science. Meanwhile, the following is a narrated version of a letter authored by Achieve 60AZ Executive Director Rachel Yanoff. I am so honored to be in this role and supporting this critical goal for our state. I am from Anchorage, Alaska, and went to Georgetown University. While in college, I was struck by the inequity in education that existed in Washington, D.C. and other communities. I joined Teach for America and became an 8th grade teacher in South Phoenix. Teaching was the most amazing and most challenging thing I had ever done. I fell in love with the kids, community, and impact education can make in a child's life. I also saw how the system around kids can be either an elevator or an impediment. I then did the second hardest thing and launched an effort to open Phoenix Collegiate Academy, a charter school that grew to 3 schools in South Phoenix, with the mission to prove that all students could achieve at the same level as more affluent peers. Our founding class graduated in 2016, and 100% of them went to post-secondary institutions, of which 84% were at a 4-year university. These 2 experiences showed me that it takes more than a school to achieve these levels of achievement on scale. It requires a community approach and integration with industry. Thus, Achieve 60AZ fit perfectly. And our final story, College Success Arizona is currently recruiting for the position of Success Advisor. The Success Advisor will work closely to advise students in College Success Arizona's college mentoring program in partnership with Arizona Gear Up. The advisor will assist students with their overall success and retention through holistic advising. For more information, you can call College Success Arizona at 602-636-1850. That number again, 602-636-1850. And that wraps up this edition of Closing the Gap. As always, thank you for listening. And by the way, since 2005, College Success Arizona has worked with nearly 1,300 students and provided more than $16 million in scholarships and success services to help increase the college attainment rates in our state. If you would like to be part of the mission of providing educational opportunity to high-potential students from low-income circumstances, your tax-deductible contribution can be made through the Donate button located on the College Success Arizona website at collegesuccessarizona.org.